Welcome back, soccer fans. Once again, I'm John Bisworm, joined by my partner in maybe some sort of crimes in the past, Minneapolis City co-founder Dan Hudeman, and we are here at Edor Nelson Field for another USL League Two Heartland Division matchup as your Minneapolis City Crows host the St Croix Legends, a river battle, Dan. This one is a matchup that tends to bring a little edge with it. There's history here. There's familiarity here. And even with City sitting on top of the division, St. Croix is the kind of opponent that would love to turn a late season night like tonight, which is a beautiful night, by the way, into a real test for the home side.
You're right, John, and that's what makes this game really interesting. For Minneapolis City, it's a chance to show that the level does not drop just because the standings are in a good place. For St. Croix, it's a chance to measure themselves against a top team in the division and see whether they can make this game look a little bit different from last meeting, which, to be fair, didn't look all that bad for them.
So the headline really coming in, and I'm surprised it took us this long to say it, Dan. Minneapolis City has already taken the Heartland Division title. So congratulations to the Crows. Wrapped up after their 5-2 win over Riverlight last Saturday, and they sit on a perfect record with the best numbers in the group across the board. But that actually means, I think tonight, it makes things a little bit more interesting because now the question is, what standard will they carry into the postseason, because they qualify with that title, once the urgency of the table is gone and it's knockout soccer? So it's also another chance to see how City handle a familiar opponent, like we mentioned. So St. Croix has already seen this attack once this year, a 4-1 win for the Crows in Stillwater, and they know what it looks like when City turn a competitive match into a one-sided scoreline. So tonight gives the Legends a shot to show what they've learned from that night, and it gives City a chance to show that that result was not just about one good stretch.
Well, you know, for St. Croix, the picture is going to be obviously different than City's. They come in with 9 points from 8 matches and a 3-5 record. So this is still a team trying to prove it can close the gap on the top of the division. A strong showing here. It's not going to change the title race, but it would say something about their growth and their ability to compete with the league's best over a full 90 minutes. And I think that, John, is where the history between these clubs matter. St. Croix, they were a part of some early battles in this series.
Yeah, for sure.
But over the last few seasons, the results have started to tilt towards Minneapolis City, including the most recent meeting earlier this year. And in the form of Nathan Donovan and Hakeem Morgan, the shape of the night becomes pretty clear. City trying to keep rolling. St. Croix trying to prove this rivalry still has some pushback in it. So with that, John, let's take a kind of look at the players to watch. So, as always, sponsored by Fathead Bills, the new spot for smash burgers in downtown Minneapolis. We're going to mix things up, John, tonight. We've got 2 players to watch, Nathan Donovan and Hakeem Morgan. And where do you start except with goals?
Well, we'll talk about like maybe a primary goal threat. They both score goals. We'll get to that here in a second. But Nathan Donovan is the main reference point in the Minneapolis City attack. Coming into the match, he has 12 goals in 9 appearances. And I believe as of Tuesday, that is tops in the nation, I believe, unless they didn't update their stats. It is. So he's been our most consistent finisher this season, and he finds space in the box. He's basically your favorite goal scorer's favorite goal scorer. Just finds ways to find the back of the net.
And so let's talk a little bit then about the moving and timing between the two.
So here is where Hakeem Morgan comes in. Not just to say that Dr. Goals doesn't have movement, Dan, but Hakeem adds a different layer to it. He's City's second problem defenses have to solve. He's got 10 goals in 9 games this season, and his movement between the lines and his timing of his runs and ability to arrive in dangerous spaces mean you can't simply focus on Donovan and expect the danger to go away.
And, of course, you can't win games without scoring goals, so let's talk about that final third impact.
Yeah, so the way Donovan and Morgan play shapes what the look City has in the final third. It has been all season. There have been other goal scorers for City. We'll talk about how many goals we've scored and given up in a little bit here. But when they're getting touches in the right areas and finding each other, City tends to turn pressure into goals. And if St. Croix can keep most of their work in front of them instead of letting these guys get in behind them and limit clear chances, that gives themselves a much better chance to stay in this match today.
So let's then talk about the keys to victory. Sponsored by Twin Cities Orthopedics, Minneapolis City, John, is in good hands with our longtime sports medicine partner. Learn more at tcomn.com. And let's start with protecting the rhythm.
So City has really been their best this season. We've talked about it on the broadcast when the game looks the way they want it to look. So if they keep their spacing, they stay connected from front to back, they avoid getting dragged into or stretched into end-to-end matches, it'll be hard for St. Croix to find the kind of chaos that they want maybe tonight to disrupt that and flip the script.
Well, you hit on chaos, and oftentimes that happens here in the transition.
So St. Croix are most dangerous when they can break quickly after a turnover. So limiting cheap giveaways, and we talked about that last game. We were on the broadcast that those giveaways in the bad spots, and then ultimately staying organized behind the ball and cutting out rushing decisions and possessions will go a long way tonight for the Crows.
And we've seen, especially in the last few games, although all season long, that you don't want to get to your seat late.
Yeah, no, you don't. And people do for some reason. They come in late, and it's there's early goals. City have started hot in several matches. I'd say maybe the last 4 or 5 matches, including early goals against Rochester and Riverlight to really put games away before the other team really knew what hit them. So starting sharp tonight would not just set the tone again; it would reinforce the level City want to carry as they move into the postseason. So, Dan, why don't you talk a little bit about what the Heartland Conference kind of looks like?
Well, it starts with City at the top, qualify for the playoffs, and the division champion. Below the Crows, it's pretty interesting. Chicago Sueño and Chicago Dutch Lions are both challenging for the playoffs. Dutch Lions, of course, managed by former City player and coach Scott Heinen. They meet on the last day of the season, so if they both went out to that last game, what a huge match between two. Top 2 go through. Riverlight aren't technically out yet, but they need a lot of things to go for them. And as we look to the playoffs, that's going to be Central Conference. So the top 2 in the Heartland Division go through. The others, however, it's the winner, and then we have it's going to go to some wild cards based on points per game. So we're not going to know until the last week exactly what the playoffs look like, except to say that the Crows are in. And the Crows are actually the first division champion in all of League 2.
Well, here's the moment, Dan. This is a copyrighted telecast of United Soccer League. Cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without express written consent of United Soccer League. Dang it, I messed it up again. Once again, I'm John Bisworm. That is the Dan Hudeman. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with starting lineup. Stay with us. Welcome back, soccer fans. USL League 2 action tonight at Augsburg University, Edor Nelson Field, between your Minneapolis City Soccer Club and the St. Croix Legends. Why don't we get into the starting lineups here, Dan, sponsored by Athletic Brewing.
All right, well, let's take a look at the visitors, St. Croix Legends. Between the sticks, number 99, Cameron Olszewski. The back 4, starting on the left, Tamer Ibsace. Center backs, Evan Pollins and Sean Redman. Right back, Ryan Bechtel, the younger brother of our own Shea Bechtel. Defensive midfielders, Ty Perkins and Evan Aftal are going to be in support of attacking midfielder Kieran Mahan. On the wings, Mesfin Rhoda and Gavin Stevenson, and they're flanking the center striker, number 14, Christian Nielsen.
And for the home side, in net, a little bit of change for Coach Forseth as Boris Krench replaces Daniel Sessler. Maybe he's on the bench, maybe a little night off for Sess. In the back line, you have your trio of number 15, Islam Husni, number 18, Jason Ramos, number 3, Dubem Obilo. Across the middle, you have number 17, Shea Bechtel, older brother of Ryan Bechtel, as Dan mentioned. Number 8, Alex Moreno, and number 6, Jelani Marie Powell in the middle, and number 7, Will Schmidt on the right. And then your front 3 are number 19, Masango Nico Akale, number 10, Hakeem Morgan, and number 9, Nathan Donovan.
So an interesting spot for Will Schmidt out wide. We saw him last game in the middle. He's been a favorite of yours, though, John. You're a big Will Schmidt fan.
Yeah, I mean, it's more so, you know, I'm an energy guy, right?
Yeah.
And he has it in spades. And it's whether not any different if he's deployed out wide or if he's deployed in the middle. I think that like there was some conversation as how high I was on him versus other folks within the front office. During that last Super Cup match, not his best game with the Crows, but then he followed it up with a really good performance against Riverlight, and then ultimately was the man of the match against or maybe it's Edgewater Castle and then Riverlight. Sorry,
Yep.
lot of names there. But I think more so it's not only just his energy. He tracks back well, but he's a go forward player, whether it's off the dribble or the pass.
And then for me, I'm looking for Jelani Murray-Powell to chip the goalkeeper from 40 yards.
I mean, he tried.
He sure did, and man, it was pretty close.
I mean, the interesting thing that we talk about a lot when these two teams play is just like the familiarity between not only their front office, our front office, the players. There's been a lot of crossover throughout the years because there's only two options in USL League Two within driving distance, and it's these two teams.
Yeah. Yeah, and you could see too in the first meeting between these two where it was 1-1 until basically injury time when the floodgates open up a little bit. That though on the table there's a big gulf between them, on the field there never is. And when St. Croix kind of had the upper hand earlier in this rivalry, it was always close too, because man, the worst thing it is to lose to a neighbor.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at, like, if you're a Premier League watcher, I mean, it doesn't matter how bad Liverpool or how bad Everton is. That game is usually a one-goal game, and it's got tons of storylines within it. And it's no different when these two teams match up. The level of play might be a little bit different, but it's a constant rivalry, and you need that. We've talked a lot about, like, every Batman needs a Joker type situation, whether you're the Batman or the Joker, or you think you're the other. But it's needed. And in our NPSL days, it was Duluth FC.
Yeah.
And it was, and love them or hate them, they were good for us, and we were good for them.
And having a good rival does boost you up and makes you really try and elevate. And you'd have to say, if you look at where Minneapolis City is as a club on the field and off since moving to League Two, it's just night and day, and a lot of it has been the challenge from the inner city rival, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You just have to. There's so much pride at play. So we're looking for a tough one too, and particularly, John, because the Crows are on a 9-game winning streak. The previous record for Minneapolis City is a 10-game winning streak back in those NPSL days, back in 2021. And what happened was the 10th win in a row won the North Division outright, and then the 11th game, the foot was just off the gas. City went on to win again, go to the region final. It was a great season, but oftentimes just a little bit of a drop in intensity can make a big difference.
Yeah. So then when to add on to the storylines here, if what you're looking for is intensity, having a rival come in is really important to raise that level up or keep the level up.
And the points do matter, John. We'll just kind of finish with the U.S. Open Cup, though we don't know for sure exactly what numbers are going to be for the pre-professional clubs. Last year, it was the top 10 USL League Two division winners by points per game. Minneapolis City is in there right now, but there are 144 teams in League Two. It is extremely competitive. Drop points can drop you right out of that top 10 before you know it. So it's not a case of there's nothing to play for a city, but it's oftentimes tough after you win a division to keep that intensity. But there's still a lot to play for.
Yeah, when we saw it last year, it wasn't like Minneapolis City wasn't getting high points per game. So it's very competitive across the nation. And this year, I think we've added some numbers to our table in our favor. And I think that, tonight is one of those ones where you have to think about that moving forward. And, ultimately, the goal isn't just qualifying for the U.S. Open Cup. It's kind of the icing on the cake a little bit, but it's a big cake.
It is a big cake.
All right, as we're right about to get underway here, there is a stacked left side of St. Croix Legends. So you have to know the ball's going long here.
does. Big to Nielsen, but
ultimately the ball ends up with Big Moritz Krench. And I underscore big.
It's turned into a really nice but really hot and humid day. I'm glad I'm not on the turf today, John.
I mean, it's definitely not as hot in here as it is down there, but it's also not great. Giveaway as Bechtel gets on the end of it, but really good job by Perkins to step in there. Ramos goes out wide to Obilo. Finds Schmidt, who has a lot of space to eat up. Goes into Bechtel, who finds Akale. Has runners. Chooses to go out wide to Moreno. And this is the level of patience we talked about, Dan. Last game was a lot of, it started with patience that led to goals. And then ultimately, the patience was thrown out the window and it got very direct, and that's when Riverlight was able to come back into the game.
No, you're right, and there's a lot
or
of
Edgewater, whichever one was it.
You know, that you can obviously see with the attack that City has, sometimes that more direct, hit the channels, go over the top. Like it's on and it's tasty, but you've got to be judicious with it, otherwise you do lose control of the game.
It is real tasty to hit that long ball, Dan. When you see it, and you're like, I can do that. Then it goes right into a defender, just waiting for it. And you're like, ah, next time I'll get it. Good switch out to Schmidt. Looking to find co-player to watch, Nathan Donovan.
St. Croix starting to press higher than we've seen other teams, and Murray Powell's forced into a giveaway. That was,
ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, run out by Stevenson in the end, but that's something that we haven't seen a lot of teams do, is that high press early, and if you're City, you do have to be aware of that. Can't get too comfortable with the ball at the back.
Knee with time. Into Ramos. Obilo looking to find Donovan. Causing some problems.
Yeah, Paulins misjudged that one just a little bit to spin off the turf.
Vital clearance by Afdal. And the first corner kick of the match goes for the way of the home side. Looks like Hakeem Morgan is going to be on this one.
City been good from set pieces so far this season. And Morgan has got a sweet left foot. But this is a big defense for St. Croix.
Be a great time to see a Jason Ramos header here. And overcooks that one. Closest person in the area was Ramos. Looks as if he was kind of tied up with Polans. Great track back by Will Schmidt.
Donovan battling with Polans there.
Gonna get on the end of it here. Plays one across, had no partners there. Akale is in the area.
I think Akale, like I did, thought that ball was rolling out, but Dr. Goals, he's not gonna let that one die.
Good turn by Moreno. Finds Donovan's feet, lays it off to Obilo. Hurries that decision a little bit. You would have maybe liked to see him take a touch there. He had like maybe shorter options.
Yeah, Morgan didn't quite seem to be reading his intention.
Yeah. Ozlewski puts his foot through it. Awkward win there for Ramos.
Oh, he tries a nutmeg. Respect.
Morgan comes out of the crowd with it.
That was a nice tackle from Eftel. Oh, little shove on Obilo by Stevenson.
Ultimately gets the call. It's difficult for a defender in those aerial positions.
Oh, absolutely, it can be. I've seen St. Croix win that so quickly, hit that diagonal, that, you know, quick to counter, not a bad approach. We've seen that unsettle City from time to time.
Schmidt with a giveaway, but Bechtel cleans it up. Finds Akale with one man to beat. Morgan making a run. He finds him, but Aftal again with a great step.
Yeah, perfectly timed. Good win, Moreno.
Donovan's in. They can find him.
Ooh, there was the idea there from Morgan.
Good step by Murray Powell. With the flick
Oh,
over.
beauty.
Into Donovan. Back to Murray Powell. Ends up going to a goal!
What a goal! John, that was a beauty from Akale.
I don't think the ball hit the deck for 3 straight passes there, Dan.
And
Murray Powell with a great intervention, stepping up with the tackle, finds Donovan, who flicks over to Akale, and Ozlewski had no chance at that one.
I mean, so technical, that little flick from Murray Powell. Donovan so smart, and then look at this finish from Akale. He doesn't even think about it.
Sorry, hit the deck once. So in the 7th minute, number 19, Masongo Akale adds to his goal tally. And the home side's up 1-0. We talked about starting fast, Dan. It's kind of been our thing. But the response after we start fast has kind of not been our thing.
Yeah, I mean, this is the 10th goal John scored within the first 20 minutes in 10 games for Minneapolis City. So the team's starting fast, but you're right. All too often we've seen a little bit of a lull from the Crows after they score. And that's one where, particularly with a team set up like St. Croix is, not afraid to hit on the counter, not afraid to get after the defenders quickly. City has to stay on their toes. They have to stay sharp.
Absolutely. And I think it starts with being okay not going forward all the time. That patience piece, it's tough. We've talked about it. We both played. It's really tough to be patient.
Oh, yeah.
Long ball into Stevenson.
He's flagged for offside. That was close, but I do think he took a half step early. Ramos has done a nice job this season with that offside press. The trap that City's been able to do has just been perfectly executed.
Husney turns 3 Legends. Looks to get into Donovan. Unlucky for him to get to that. Poland was on the spot.
John, that's one where if I'm Husney, I might be tempted to just keep going.
He had the opportunity to. He had already beaten 3 players. Might as well try for the 4th one. Morgan doing a great job causing fits.
He's been so good on both sides of the ball this season.
Akale tries to find the flick, but chases the ball down. Going for a second. I like it.
I do too. Curler just a little high, but that was on.
And you're flying high off that goal, so clearly feeling himself.
Oh, absolutely. And I'll tell you, for St. Croix, we saw them start to drop pretty deep, keeping City in front at the 18. Now all of a sudden, if you're shooting from there as a defender, you do have to put pressure on. You do have to open up some spaces. I think that's some good attacking variety from Akale. Ooh, Murray Powell. Stevenson caught him. No intent in that, but that hurt still.
Looked as if Mahan might have been coming back from an offside position there as well.
Roeder doing a nice job of pressuring high.
Nice idea there from Donovan. Unable to find Schmidt. It forces Ozlewski into a bad clearance in their defensive third still. Moreno has Akale.
Gets past Mpls.
That's 3 times now that 1v1 versus Abesis, or Abesis,
Mpls?
that Akale has won that duel.
I mean, he's so quick with the ball at his feet.
Ramos finds Schmidt. He's looking to maybe switch the field. Great interplay from Moreno and Akale. Donovan is in. Cuts it back, goes far post. Has Bechtel in the area. Goes back into Morgan.
Aftel does a nice job of just powering through.
Aftel with another great intervention there. Had to get that right.
St. Croix 2-on-2, 3 Crows coming back. Not what you want if you're City. At the same time, what composure there from Ramos.
Also, too, there were not a whole lot of black shirts joining that attack, and a lot of white shirts countering it by tracking back.
So you're saying they were countering the counter?
They were countering the counter. Schmidt looking to find a line-breaking pass there. Ends up at the feet of Redmond. Or Perkins, excuse me. Rhoda on the ball. Good work by Husney to win the tackle.
Really nice.
Going to get rewarded here. It has tons of space if he wants to take his man on. Chips one in.
What a
to
ball.
Donovan.
Oh, good save from Olszewski. Husney. The Techers to get past Olszewski.
Easily could have been 2-0 there.
You know, he didn't read that quite quickly enough. He could have just come through, but look at this. Sit him down.
He was trying to find his favored left foot. I think the first drag that beat the goalkeeper, I think you got to put your right foot through that.
Well, this is one of the center backs that we're talking about, so we can give him a little bit of
a little grace.
A little grace on that one.
You said a big exhale. Kind of beating himself up about it over here on the side.
John, he's had a fantastic season so far for City, and one of the things that he's been talking about is just how much he's been learning from Jason Ramos, how great it's been to play with a veteran. And I think you're seeing a lot of his confidence, getting forward, confidence in the tackle. Like he just.
It's been night and day since game 1 for sure. Opportunity for the Legends to attack here. Mpls goes in to Rhoda. Great save by Krentz. Double save for Krentz.
A little unlucky from Ramos, who got his foot on the ball, but
he's kind of caught in a bad spot there, whether to go with the ball or the runner. I think he made the right choice.
I do too, and you know, credit to Rhoda for that. He gets that ball back and he He makes no
foul.
But Rhoda just pulls the trigger. And, you know, I think that's what you're going to need. If you're St. Croix attackers, you're not going to get a ton of the ball. You're not going to get a ton of opportunities. So get after it.
Yeah, put your foot through it. See what happens. I mean, there is a pretty decent juxtaposition in size of the goalkeepers here today. Ozlowski, no offense, is nowhere near the 6'7" or however big, 6'6" size that Moritz Krentz is.
60 foot. He's a large man.
Large. Marino goes quick into a Kale. The Legends do a good job of not giving up the corner kick there. Deep throw.
I've been pleased that the long throw has started to become a bigger thing.
Yeah.
I am a big long throw fan.
For the Crows, he goes back to Big Jack Barry.
Oh, yeah. He could just sling it.
Yeah, for another throw in on the other side.
And Husney, who can sling it too, plays it short. Let City give it away.
Great work to track back, though, by Husney, forcing Rhoda to go back. There was a counterattack opportunity if he didn't interject right there. Another long opportunity in. Krentz is out of his goal.
He's way out.
That one might go on the freeway. And
All right, that ball just stays in.
You'd like your goalkeeper to stay in the goal, but ultimately no blood there.
It's very Neuer-esque from the big German. French plays his college soccer at St. Thomas University. He is from Dusseldorf.
My second favorite Dorf.
Of all the Dorfs. We got another long throw opportunity, John.
The last one didn't go long. Good win by Donovan. City almost playing that one like a corner kick, if you noticed.
Well, you know, the proliferation of long throws really is starting to change a little bit of the game of how you're defending on throws in that attacking third. It's a lot more exciting, if you ask me.
Well, it just adds another goal-scoring chance creation element to the game. Murray Powell gets it right.
Well read.
It's cleaned out.
Crunch took an awkward step forward, but was able to find his position back. And for a goalkeeper, this can be a challenging place to play. There's every line ever on the field. Sometimes it's hard to find your position, short and narrow. And then the sun, not as bad behind you as it is for Crunch, but coming in at weird angles, it's a thing.
Good work by Schmidt. I got hung up there. I think Perkins might have got a foot to that.
Yeah, Perkins did a nice job making it tough for him, and he couldn't deliver that final ball.
One player lurking, pulls the trigger.
I don't blame him. He's hit a few from downtown.
Man, his goal on Saturday away was just
beauty.
25 yards out, second minute of the game. Like, I'll just see how this works.
It worked pretty well.
Yeah. Good pressure by City. Akale has some space. Morgan's feet are available, as is Donovan.
Yeah. That's going to be a yellow card to St. Croix number 20, Evan Afdal. I think that's pretty fair for that kick here in the 21st minute. Akali makes it so tough, running at you with speed.
Who takes this one, Dan? I don't think it's Husney. He's lurking in the area.
He is.
He wants it. He wants it back from the last one.
You know, if it's me, I go on Akali's right foot.
Yeah.
Unless I see the goalkeeper, overcommit. If I'm City, I might put guys in as though Morgan might cross it. See if I can't get that keeper to slide a little bit to his left, hit the near post.
I think he's going for that left side. It's open. Ozlewski has a couple things that not against him right now. One, size behind that big wall, and also the sun in his face.
Akali!
Oh, it was on.
It was on just over the bar, maybe an inch, not much more. It's a lovely free kick.
Just didn't dip. Had the space to get up and over the wall there.
Rhoda having his hands full with Akali today. After did a nice job of covering, or Mpls rather, with his hands full. He has not been getting a lot of help.
No, he's been on an island.
St Croix break free.
Crunch with his high line, able to come off quickly to receive that. It must be nice to be able to play that high line being so big, because your size organically eliminates the chip opportunity.
That size sure does. But yeah, no, I think you're right. And having Ramos in front of you, such a great communicator, such a great organizer. Daniel Sessler previously called him a luxury for a goalkeeper because of that.
Morgan has options, including to go at it himself.
A little unlucky from Donovan there, not quite getting his foot on that flick with, he had Schmidt lurking.
Did a lot lurking. 23rd minute, Minneapolis City 1, St Croix Legends 0. It's been a little bit of one-way traffic here, Dan. The scoreline definitely doesn't indicate it, but the chances created.
Donovan, so quick to close down goalkeepers, and Olszewski learns the hard way, but the bounce goes St. Croix's way and out for a goal kick.
A little bit more English on that, and it goes in.
It does, yeah. It's spinning towards the goal.
What I was getting at is the one-way traffic comment isn't anything against St. Croix, but the substance level of their chances hasn't really been there. Minneapolis City has had more of a test for Ozlewski than they have had for Krentz.
Yeah, Krentz had to make one good save, and then had another that was, for a goalkeeper like him, I'd say he has to make that one. But that shows St. Croix has been dangerous, but just in short spurts.
Well, and it's all come from the diagonal. There hasn't been a lot of connected interplay in dangerous spots. Murray Powell finds Donovan. Morgan's come lurking, as is Bechtel. And Akale as well. Good tackle by Moreno, finds Bechtel.
Ooh.
Moreno puts one through it.
That one was going into the goal, but Donovan was there.
We'll credit Nathan Donovan with a save on the stat sheet. That one did have eyes for goal. camera people couldn't even track that. It's going so fast.
I mean, Perkins getting his foot in right as Shea Bechtel was kind of lining that one up to shoot. Oh, that one, I've seen that go bad. That's a dangerous tackle to make.
Perkins getting a talking to. Good refereeing there. I don't understand what the St. Croix coaching staff is upset about. I think it was good refereeing. Unless you disagree.
No, I agree with you on that one. And certainly for a game like this, too, where you've got two rivals, just get control early. There's no reason to have that happen, even if there wasn't a ton of intent in it.
I think there was zero intent in it, but it happened.
Exactly. And you don't want it to happen on purpose. I think that's sometimes a thing that referees haven't played at the right level don't understand is that, yeah, that thing may have happened accidentally, but players see it if you don't call it, and then they start to do it on purpose. They're smart, at least some of them.
Well, and I think the referee did a great job in, like, just, it happened, stop it, and have the talking to. You know what I mean? And not, that was nowhere near a bookable offense.
Yeah.
The next one's going to be, though, after the talking to. Ramos unlucky. His ball finds the back of Will Schmidt.
Nice from Murray Powell to respond so quickly, though.
It's a good tackle there by number 18, Shane Redmond, for the Legends.
Donovan's been immediately surrounded every time the ball goes into him. And he hasn't quite got as many guys close to him. Well, that was a lovely turn. He's yanked back again and then hacked down.
No call.
I'm a little surprised by that.
If you're Evan Aftal.
And maybe that was why, John. But Aftal on the yellow card.
You're lucky there. Christmas came a little bit early.
Yeah, Pollen's all over him and pulling him back as Aftal comes over. But that's another example, you know, Donovan a little bit isolated up top right now.
Yeah, but it's out of necessity, I think, because St. Croix has been putting numbers forward. Good battle by Schmidt. Rhoda ultimately comes out of that scrum with it.
Nielsen has been battling gamely with Ramos. Hasn't come out on top yet, but you know,
got close there.
Yeah, all effort, good physicality. He's doing a nice job leading the line for the Legends.
Great ball by Moreno.
Morgan in support. Ooh. Lovely stuff from Bechtel, stopping Bechtel.
Yeah. Well, Schmidt has a shot opportunity. Lets it fly. Ultimately gets deflected there.
That's a shot worth taking. Maybe just a half second quicker with that back lift. I love this, though. Smart from Donovan. You're at a bad angle. You hold it up enough to get your runner in. So hard to defend those balls across the face of the goal.
He just caused problems with it.
Well, you force the defenders to do something.
So if we have a hydration break. Look at that packed house, Dan.
I mean, it's a beautiful day, but with the United States playing their World Cup game at 7, it's moved up. And, you know, having driven here myself, I don't know how many people are still stuck in traffic. It wasn't great.
Well, I think, though, I mean, if you look at the crowd, it's
a good crowd, yeah.
It's a decent size for the fact that we're up against a World Cup game from a host country.
At 5:30 on a Wednesday.
Yeah, at 5:30 on a Wednesday. Kids carrying plates of pizza. Jealous.
I am jealous too. But, you know, this is a hydration break that, you know, no one's going to boo. 87 degrees and humid.
Gives us some time, Dan, to thank some of our sponsors. Minneapolis City thanks this year's kit sponsor, local hip-hop legends Atmosphere. Fresh off our 10th season, we've teamed up to bring 2 kits to life, the Bolt from the Black and our 10th anniversary Feather kit. Catch Atmosphere this summer at the Minnesota Yacht Club Festival, July 19th. Get your tickets soon. Thank you, Atmosphere. From the owners of the Corner Bar comes Fathead Bills. We're going to head there after this game to watch the aforementioned United States World Cup game. It's the new spot for smash burgers in downtown Minneapolis. They have all your Corner Bar favorites, including a great staff, and of course, the almost world-famous Joey Wings. Check out the new Fathead Bills today. We're just going to keep it rolling here, Dan.
Let's do it. Well, let's give a shout out, John, to TCO. Minneapolis City is in good hands with our longtime sports medicine partner, Twin Cities Orthopedics. You too can have TCO on your side with their wide range of specialty services to help you achieve your goal of returning to full health. Learn more at tcomn.com. And I'll roll one more. Guys, look your best with the only barber you should trust in Minneapolis. I'm going there next week.
Nice.
Twin Cities Barber Co., locally owned and operated in the heart of South Minneapolis, offers quality services that will have you feeling your best. Treat yourself to a traditional barber shop with modern style and make an appointment today at tcbarberco.com.
Well done, Dan. Well done. All right, into the 32nd minute here. Minneapolis City 1, St Croix Legends 0. Shots are 6-3, saves are 3-2. We talked about it being a little bit of a one-sided game so far, and it's not a slight either way, but
I'll tell you, I think St. Croix in the last, 5 to 10 minutes have done a nice job of not pushing the tempo too much, a little bit of control. Definitely played their way into this game. That's also the risk we talked at the beginning of the game, though, of City taking their foot off the gas.
Yep. I think they haven't taken their foot off the gas this time. I think there's been calculated attacks and not forced attacks.
A lot of good stuff from the front three of Donovan, Akale, and Morgan. On another day, it could easily be another couple of goals, but Legends have done a really nice job of closing down, particularly on Donovan, very quickly.
And what that's done, Dan, is it's freed up Akale.
He's been a live wire today.
Great win by Murray Powell.
Morgan was asking for a handball there. I'll admit I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either, but we're not down there.
No. I'd love a good shout for a handball.
The referee's down there, so apparently somebody saw something someone didn't. Rhoda with a good challenge there on Husney.
Morgan doing a nice job of making things difficult for the Legends. They try and play out of the back there.
I mean, just the simple turning up of pressure just required them to go backwards and kind of have to reset, giving the Crows enough time to reset on their own. God, he's big.
For those watching at home, I promise he is bigger in real life than he looks like on the screen.
Bechtel on Bechtel action here. Early ball into Donovan. They'll just create danger, Dan.
They do. Just bounce past Donovan's outstretched leg there, but yeah, that causes chaos for a defender.
It just takes the calm nature out of defending because you're like, oh crap, something could happen here. Good play by the Legends to get out of that. And Opilo just eats up Stevenson on that tackle.
Long throw from Rhoda. A little bit of a surprise from where that was. I like that attack, though. More Bechtel on Bechtel action, John.
Has Hakeem Morgan top of box.
Ooh, couldn't quite get there in the end.
He ran out of gas. If you're the Crows, you'd like to get one here before half, just to kind of maybe take a little bit of the sting out of anything that could potentially happen if there's a misstep in the second half.
I think you're right. I think this season for City, that second goal has been a really important one. It seemed to calm nerves in a way that sometimes it doesn't, of just, all right, yeah, we got it. And then a lot more patience, but patience with intent. We'll see if that happens before the halftime whistle. Oh, great turn from Nielsen there. And that will be a yellow card for Jason Ramos here in the 37th minute. City caught a little bit flat-footed there. That was a quick ball out and a really nice turn by Nielsen.
They call that the professional foul, Dan?
I mean, you got to do something in that situation. That was something last season we saw Preston Kipnusu do just time and time again.
Drawing yellow cards, red cards.
And with that exact, a quick direct ball to him, turn the defender, keep the defender locked up.
Well, it starts with getting your body into the defender first and establishing that position that they can't move you. Dangerous position here for the Legends.
Crunch comes out, got a little bit stuck in no man's land, but that ball went, in the end, out for a goal kick.
Well, if it was in his land, he would have gotten it.
I got to be honest, with the wingspan he has, it was probably perfectly positioned.
Colley with a good turn. A lot of touches there. Ultimately gets the ball out to Murray Powell. Into Moreno.
Willa did a nice job. He was not given a friendly pass. That acceleration from Macaulay there, pretty elite. I wouldn't want to defend against him.
Yeah. Just the change of pace, you know, like the 3-yard change of pace is so quick.
I mean, he was completely wrong-footed by that touch from Schmidt and still beats his man back to win that ball back.
Good patience there by Moreno. Had runners. Schmidt out to Husney, who puts one in.
Ooh, Donovan was there, but it was right in front of Olszewski.
Chooses to roll one out. Would not have been my prime choice there with all the shirts that were around. Nielsen ended up with it. The Crows have done a really good job, Dan, of getting back behind the ball today.
No, you're absolutely right. And you can see St. Croix try and play that quick to break that press from the front too. Ball over the top. Crench has to punch right at the edge of his box. Nothing for Rhoda to do there. He's coming back from offside.
But again, the size and his willingness to start outside of his 6-yard box. I mean, that's a dangerous spot for most goalkeepers. And he was just right there.
He was, but it'd be so helpful for a defense because that space behind you is compressed with where they can realistically play the ball.
Donovan on Poland's. Had Murray Powell. Looks like Donovan maybe ran out of ideas there.
Just a little bit of a loose touch as he went to his left.
Good work by Schmidt. Those are the little things I like about Will Schmidt. He tracked 15 yards on a sprint to anticipate that ball was going to go out wide, and then was there to get the quick poke and stop the ability to hit that long ball. Like, those are the little things on paper you don't really see.
Yeah, they're going to show up on the stats.
Yeah. So we might have an injury here.
Yeah, so Kieran Mahan. This one being attended to over at the St. Croix sideline.
Interesting that the referee's not having him just take the one step to the right to get the game going. And that's what captain on the day, Hakeem Morgan's talking to the ref about.
If he's hurt, maybe he should step out and be attended to. And
yeah.
If he's not, let's play some soccer.
A second hydration break.
Yeah, instead we're just going to sit here for a little bit.
Can't say I've ever seen this, Dan, where there's a player that close to the touchline that isn't asked to be moved off for attention from a medical personnel.
Yeah, I can't say I've seen that either, but he looks fine.
I think he threw up on the turf.
There you go. Well, that makes a little bit more sense then of what was going on.
Yeah, still, I think it's the same outcome.
Just a little bit of time to clean the field.
See something new every day, Dan.
I do everything I could to bait my opponent and trying to slide tackle me right there.
Yeah. You should go down right here. All right, soccer time.
So Mahan's going to have to go off. He'll be able to come back in at the next stoppage. So City up a man for the moment.
Well, then he just came in and took the ball.
Huh. Well, you see some new things every day, John.
Yep.
Redmond goes down. Will be called a foul.
Yeah, it's interesting that the fourth official allowed Mahan just to enter and go win a tackle.
Yeah.
It's typically like when the ball's on the other side of the field, you enter.
And it doesn't impact the actual play.
Yeah, so the referee understands what's happening.
Morgan, it looks like having that exact same discussion given where the hands are being pointed to.
Yeah. So many hand gestures.
Well, just a few minutes here before halftime.
We'll get an indication of stoppage from the field side as soon as we have it. Donovan with a great win.
Crunch a little slow off his line. I want to see him off his line quickly to claim, or stay back and let your defense do their work.
Just kind of caught between two decisions there, I agree.
And I think we've seen that a couple times with him. Good win from Schmidt. What can he do, John?
I don't know. We'll find out. Good battle.
Aftal's had his hands full, and outside of the yellow card in the 21st minute, he's done a really nice job in a number of really tough defensive situations.
Well, he has to be careful, though. Got So back to Murray Powell, who switches the field to Husney. 7 minutes of extra time.
Ooh, Husney goes over that one, that tackle from Mpls. That was awkward enough to be one you don't want to see, but everyone walks away unscathed.
Well, it's interesting that the foul wasn't called, but the throw goes the other way. Simple physics kind of tell you that it's not possible. Good first touch by Bechtel. Great move.
Good battle with him and Redmond.
That's Stevenson. Not to point out your faults there, Dan. Husney lets one fly. Did you hear that?
What was that?
Someone in the crowd goes, "You got lucky, goalie." Soccer fans. Good win by Husney. Oh, Akale. Unlucky to get to that first step.
Donovan. It's a little bit twisted up there.
Great pressure by the Crows.
Good 1-2. Eftel again. Stepping out of Morgan, having to get it right.
He's been at the right spots. Obilo has opportunity to drive into the box. Puts a dangerous one in!
That's a City goal.
Dr. Goals! Nathan Donovan in the 45th minute plus gets that second goal we were talking about, Dan.
No, you're absolutely right. Oh, look, he's doing a little CPR. Just what you expect from Dr. Goals.
Don't push too hard, he might throw up on the field.
Well, that wasn't the prettiest City goal that you'll see, John, but that was an important one and right before halftime, and I think you're right. For City just to control, keep pushing, and it paid off. Again, this is going to make the highlight reels, but goals are goals.
Yeah, exactly. Goals are goals. I didn't even really, he just was right place, right time.
Nice work for Obilo, though. That overlap perfectly timed. Great little ball to find Donovan, and he just got the slightest of touches on it. That's all he needed.
And that is his 13th goal of the season, Dan, just adding to his club record tally.
That's a lot of goals, John. Nathan Donovan, he had played at St Croix Legends for the past couple of seasons.
Always scored against us.
Always scored. I mean, he was scoring against everybody, but it felt particularly bad, to be a City fan and see him time and again. What a player. He was the Division III Player of the Year 2 seasons ago. Injured right before the NCAA tournament. Yeah, at Wisconsin Eau Claire. Played for current Minneapolis City sporting director Casey Holm. And Casey's done a great job these past 2 seasons helping shape a really, really strong roster.
Absolutely.
The flag for offside on Morgan there.
Just looking at the body language right now, Dan, of Polens and Afdal, they just look tired from having to battle with one singular person, which has been Nathan Donovan for almost this whole half.
Nice choice from Moreno there to get it on his foot.
Bechtel almost got there. City applying some late half pressure here. We're 4.5 minutes into the 7 minutes of stoppage. A hydration break. Someone got sick on the field.
I'm not sure I want to see that that highlight clip.
That replay back.
The citizens trying a new song there. It doesn't rhyme, but it made me laugh.
I'm here for it. Obilo puts one in. Donovan goes up for it.
Macaulay thought about that overhead kick.
Still on the ball. Lost it. Good pressure by Moreno to stop the potential counterattack, but it ultimately happens.
That was a really nice flick from the hand there.
Numbers are in City's favor if Murray Powell wants to hit the gas here, but he doesn't.
Well, you talked about patience at the beginning of the game here. You know, so if you're City,
Yeah, but not right there.
2-0 lead with time clicking down, you already have the momentum.
You're right. Shoring this up going into half is probably smarter, Dan.
Not as much fun though.
Just all the kids waiting, just chomping at the bit for the whistle to blow, so 40 on 40 pickup soccer could start.
Always a highlight for me. Good stuff from Schmidt to come over.
The little things, Dan.
Yeah, Rhoda grabs his shoulder and pulls him down, but it's not going to stop Schmidt.
Great work by Ramos.
It's just those little veteran moves. Take the step forward to throw Nielsen just off.
Offside.
You know, you could see that, right? Like Nielsen's a little bit off balance. He's a little bit further towards the ball than he wants with that bounce. That allows Ramos to take that, let the ball go over him, half step back. Veteran stuff. Could I do it? No.
You'd have to believe this is the last kick of the first half, as we're beyond the minimum of 7 minutes we were told.
John, I can believe anything.
Krentz puts his foot through this one. Still going. And there it is. That is halftime. Minneapolis City 2, St Croix Legends 0. We're going to take a break, rehydrate, and we'll be back with you to break down the first half. Once again, I'm John Bisworm. That's Dan Hudeman. Stay with us. Welcome back, soccer fans. USL League 2 action in the Heartland Division. Minneapolis City up 2-0 over St. Croix here on Edor Nelson Field on the campus of Augsburg University. I'm John Bisworm, joined by the Dan Hudeman. First half action, Dan, we talked about it being kind of one way with some, we'll call them blips on the radar. And I say that with respect, where St. Croix were able to get some combinations together and put some thought in Big Moritz Krentz' mind as far as like counterattacks happening, but the substance really wasn't there. You flip the script in the 7th minute, Masango Akale with a great one-touch finish off of what started with Jelani Murray Powell blowing up a potential counterattack opportunity in the middle, one-touching it to Nathan Donovan, who in turn one-touches it back. We just saw it on the screen there as that great guitar celebration. That was in the 7th minute. Then it was a whole lot of just kind of second gear action from Minneapolis City with brief moments of breaking the patience and adding pressure. In the 45th minute, Nathan Donovan, Dr. Goals, gets his club leading and nation leading 13th goal of the season. Oh yeah, this halftime segment is brought to you by Bryant Lake Bowl.
I was going to say, I appreciate you jumping in so fast on the Bryant Lake Bowl halftime report like City did with a 7-minute goal.
When you talked about it, was there a 10th goal under 10 minutes in 10 games or something like that? What did you say?
The 10th goal City scored within the first 20 minutes in the last 10 games.
Thank you. That sounds way better than what I was saying. But overall, you know, what I'm saying is that it was downhill traffic, but it wasn't.
I think that's where you're right. If you're looking at this from the outside, 9 shots to 3 for City, a bunch of big opportunities that aren't going to show up in that shot list, like Alex Moreno's blast that hit Nathan Donovan.
The free kick by Akale.
Akale's free kick that just goes right over the crossbar. Yet at the same time, there was danger from St. Croix hitting pretty aggressively, like really quickly to make a decision on the counter. I've been impressed by Legends forward Christian Nielsen, who has been working hard on Jason Ramos. Won a yellow card, really locked him up. Nice turn. Moritz Krentz did have to make really nice save on a great counter. And when the Legends are able to quickly hit on the diagonal and come around that City back three, they've been able to make this a game that has some threats, even though, like you said, overwhelmingly this score is fair to the Crows.
And we talked about like storylines from the past and like what we saw. We're not going to call it a trap we saw City fall into, but we'll just call it a trap. So a lot of like
said we weren't going to do that.
Post goal pitfalls though. How about that?
I like that.
Post goal pitfalls, which was being a little bit too lackadaisical, maybe not putting something into a pass, maybe lax marking, things like that. But we didn't see that after that first goal. What we saw was organized defense, really just sitting in, absorbing the pressure. But the big thing for us, and we talked about it, was not getting overexcited to constantly play the through ball because it's so enticing, and 9 out of 10 times it was on.
Yeah. Well, that's where I'd give the City midfield a ton of credit for picking their spots and picking them well. Will Schmidt has been just a live wire, and when he's gotten the ball, he's overwhelmingly made the right choice. Alex Moreno, so calm.
Yep.
And Julian Murray Powell, he's been willing to spring goals. He's sprung the first one. He's also done a nice job of just keeping the ball.
And winning tackles, doing the dirty work.
And I think that's where you talked about at the beginning of this game, John, that the secret for the Crows is going to be to control the tempo. Mm-hmm. And this has been a slower tempo than we've seen in other games, but it's been a City-controlled tempo from the beginning to the end of that first half.
Well, we talked about continuing to keep the bar raised. You know, you've already won the conference championship for the 2nd year in a row, and you go into what could potentially be a trap game. I think they took all that out of the conversation in the first half. I felt really, really comfortable about when they were trying to kill the game out. It wasn't too not relax isn't the word. Maybe like too reserved.
Yeah, it wasn't too negative. They weren't passive.
Yep, absolutely. And then there was still, there's still 9 shots, only forcing 3 saves, maybe one more on target. However, we were still creating those chances, but like we said, calculated chances.
Yeah, and as we look at the second half, if you're St. Croix, you're thinking, it's only 2 goals. We need 1 goal, and all of a sudden all bets are off. And so a quick start's going to be the key for them. So if you're City, John, and you start to think about how you're going to approach this, well, hey, maybe that's why you may make a few changes if you're Coach Forsyth.
I'm so glad you said that, Dan. That's why we work so well together. It's like we've known each other since we were little kids. There was one substitution for Coach Forsyth. Number 17, Shea Bechtel, makes way for number 23, Ari Van Maal. So it's a like-for-like change. It's speed, it's pressure, it's all the things.
I've been impressed by Van Maal. This is his first season with the Crows. Plays his college soccer at Wisconsin with a couple of other City players. He does bring a ton of energy, ton of work rate, a whole lot of quality. So with that, you're looking, if you're St. Croix, to make a big impact early. And so there are going to be some changes for the Legends as well.
I'm working on those.
Yep, we're going to start with number 20, Evan Aftal, the center back. He was on a yellow card in the 21st minute. He's coming off for number 16, Ramsey Oro. Ramsey Oro actually played for the Crows before. He was a big part of a really fun 3-1 win for City against Duluth in the Super Cup a couple years ago. We're also going to see number 21, Evan Paulins. He's coming off. Coming on is number 8, Aiden Martinez. Good player. He's another Badger.
Great work by Van Maal. Oh, boy. That might change.
They might change their formation there, as I don't expect Martinez to slip into center back.
No. Great work by individual footwork by the goal scorer.
Oh, falls to Akale, who looks to hit that on the volley again.
Murray Powell in a foot race with.
Yeah, did a nice job against Rhoda there. And that's what I think City are going to have to defend against. St. Croix so quick in the transition there.
Good turn by Akale.
Can't quite get past Martinez. And it looks like, John, it's Sean Redmond who's going to go back into that center back position and allow Martinez to push up in a midfield. He's a good attacker. He did score against City the first time these two teams played back in May.
We talked about going off at the halftime, like right before halftime, and the partnership of Afdal and Poland just looked tired.
Crench, oh, he comes out.
That goal doesn't count, Dan.
He is saved, I think, John, by the offside flag there.
I think he came out because it was offside.
Because it was offside?
Yeah.
Stevenson flagged.
We'll never know. But we talked about before the end of the half, just the body language of the center back pairing for St. Croix just looked tired from battling with the front three of Minneapolis City.
No, you're right. It's hot, and they were making him work hard. This is a tough giveaway by Husney, though.
Van Maal brings down Martinez. Sub on sub action there.
It is. And this is going to be a free kick. This is going to be pretty dangerous. The referee going over to the St. Croix bench, and that's going to be St. Croix head coach Andrew Shirley who gets booked. So here in the 49th minute, we've got a
coach
booking for the coach. Don't see that a whole lot, but I'm here for it.
Especially after your team wins a free kick.
Usually it's when the calls go against you, John.
But in a dangerous spot. There's been about a handful, maybe 3-4 of these for the Legends.
And that's where, the City need to be sharp. They need to be focused.
Yeah, the Legends came out of the halftime like they came out with fire, Dan.
No, you're absolutely right. And that's where, a goal, all of a sudden you get a lot of belief. The ref gave it a whistle for...
Everything was weird about whatever that was. I think it was a situation of joining the wall. I know that, like, if you're watching the World Cup, a lot of the referees are making a concerted effort to try to separate the teams from the wall.
And that makes sense where that was. I'll admit I was watching the goalkeeper.
Yeah, and Maul dispossessed. Great tackle by Murray Powell.
Tries to get behind Ramsey Oro there. Love that idea, that curling pass behind the back line, but well read.
It's a real interesting start to the second half. Akale causing Oro problems. Akale's in, first time shot.
Oh, and he's taken down from
and
behind.
A penalty.
I mean,
it's got to be a yellow card as well.
Ramsey Oro is complaining. I think he's lucky to
still be on the field.
Wow, I know that, they don't do the red card.
He got the ball, but he completely went through the man from behind.
Yeah, a lot of players are going to say I got the ball, but you come in at a player like that, and any referee will tell you that is not.
Wait, did he get booked? No, he didn't get booked.
Nope, but that's going to be a Minneapolis City penalty here.
And Hakeem Morgan steps up to take it. Not a great start if you're Oro coming into this match. Bad giveaway before that play, and then ultimately causing the penalty. And Hakeem Morgan tucks it home.
Great finish from Morgan here. 52nd minute goal. That's Morgan's 11th. He's just 2 goals behind Nathan Donovan. That's a lot of goals in 10 games, John. I'll tell you, he's so calm scoring penalties.
Well, I think that Ozlewski did a really good job of not biting on kind of the pre-shot theatrics, I guess.
100%. He
stayed
went
home.
the right way.
He stayed home and allowed the conversation to go back to the kick taker, which I love.
Yeah.
We talked about penalties before, like when we were watching the World Cup today. Like, you and I are of the old school camp where you pick your spot,
just hit it.
You get a good run up, and you just hit it.
Yeah.
And if the goalkeeper makes the save, congratulations. If not, you don't chip it to them with waiting arms.
Right. Well, and Morgan, that's his 2nd penalty goal of the season.
Three 0 Minneapolis City here in the 53rd minute. And now the real questions have to be answered for St. Croix. Some substitutes came out with some fire in the second half, but the counter pressure of Minneapolis City has really been putting them under so far. Morgan looking to beat his man.
It's a nice job driving in. I'll tell you, Mpls, he's been under a ton of pressure at fullback all game. Hasn't gotten a lot of help. Morgan's surprised that wasn't a corner. Me too, but credit to Mpls. He's been up against a lot, and he's held up pretty well.
Busney gets up for it. Early throw in to Rhoda. But Ramos does a great job there. 1, not causing a foul, and 2, riding Rhoda out of bounds for the goal kick.
I think you can overdo it with the whole veteran thing. But he's seen so much before. He's just so calm, and he just
great ball by Obino.
Knows what to do.
Oro steps up again big. We've seen the aggressiveness of Oro get him in trouble already. Great interplay by the Legends.
Yeah, nice ball looking for Stevenson. It's a little bit overcooked, but I think you're right, John. I love to see they're moving the ball quickly. They're moving it with purpose. They had a bunch of guys on the attack there. It wasn't the wrong idea, just a little bit too much on that ball.
Well, honestly, I'll just say this. The inclusion of Aiden Martinez he hasn't been, the spotlight hasn't shined on him, but his positioning and his ability to get the ball off of his foot quickly in tight spaces has helped with that.
Absolutely, and he has sort of a center of gravity all of his own. You need to know where he is. You need to account for him, and it makes you play differently.
Rhoda trying to find an option. And it's Bechtel, who ultimately is offside. The referee's going to say that was advantage and give St. Croix the free kick. Actually like that, Dan.
I do too, because I think that when you saw Murray Powell come over, that was a foul. He let it play out. Nothing really in it in terms of advantage, and
Martinez sends one in. Big win by Ramos.
nice work from Perkins, making it really tough for Donovan. St. Croix much more aggressive, much more active this half, John.
This is the first half I think they wanted. I mean, they did give up a goal, but I still think that they're playing a different brand of soccer right now. Great work by Hakeem Morgan. Tries to spring a Kale. I think the ball a little too far in front of him.
Great technically there from Morgan.
I mean, you can't get in any more of a paper bag than that. Eeps is extremely lucky that Akali did not get a foot on that, because he was definitely in, because he was being marked non-goal side.
And that wasn't far off. Schmidt does a nice job not forcing it.
Crench ends up putting that one over touchline. Another substitution for the Legends coming in. We'll find out who that is in a second.
It's gonna be Kieran Mahan, who's coming off. You know, a little upset stomach earlier.
Yeah. The bubble guts in the first half. We've all been there.
Not on the field. Looks like that's going to be number 13, Joseph Flory, who's going to come on for number 17, Kieran Mahan, here in the 57th minute.
St. Croix comes out with it. Morgan did everything he could there. Could have probably gone down and tried to get the foul, but did a really good job of just battling back. Martinez with a giveaway.
A little bit too much from Murray Powell there for Morgan. St. Croix doing a much better job when they win that ball of being intentional with it, whether they're quick with it or at this point they're a little bit more considered. What a lovely ball from Perkins. Boozing does well to get rid of it, but he's put under a lot of pressure. And that's that decisiveness. Get the ball, get it out quickly.
And the other thing that they're doing is they're following their passes. So they're not just passing and watching, they're passing and moving. And what it's doing is it's putting City under a little more pressure because they have to track those runners then. All we saw in the first half from a runner perspective was diagonal long. Yeah. Now it's interchangeability and in tight spaces, having to make decisions defensively, like who do I track and who do I stay on.
And if you're St. Croix, you're wondering, man, should we have done this in the first 45 minutes?
Early ball in, right into the hands of big Moritz Krentz.
Well, we may have switched shortly to the USA game. We may not have. Our producer says we didn't, but
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
yeah, but I'm watching it.
I'm not watching this game. Great work by Martinez.
Yeah, Martinez, a little nutmeg on Schmidt. That's $1 fine there. So obviously the two biggest games in American soccer happening right now.
At the same location.
Martinez gets the ball back. He does such a nice job.
Great work by Van Maal. That could have been extremely dangerous for Minneapolis City. Van Maal turns his defender. Not sure
Looks like
on the challenge there, but play on, says the ref.
Looks like he gave that ball away, you know, just a loose touch right as he was shoved over.
Yeah, right as he's being fouled, yeah. Offside again.
But we're going to have some substitutions coming up for Minneapolis City. And here we go. We're going to have Asher Ozuzu. He's going to go in for Nathan Donovan up top. Morgan Olsen is going to come in for Alex Moreno in the midfield. And then Hassan Gabo is going to be replacing Dubem Mobilo in the defense. So triple substitution for Forsyth here.
Straight through the spine. Looks as if actually what'll happen is that Morgan Olsen will go out wide and Will Schmidt will go into
center mid with Murray Powell. Morgan did a nice job there with an awkward ball. He's just so good at hold-up play.
Akale's in. Great job by Redmond reading that tackle, but Akale just so dangerous on the recovery with that speed.
If that ball has a little bit of a different spin, Akale is in.
Can you tell me when you're in replay so I can switch that movie filter? Because now I don't have my visual feedback.
Corner kick from Minneapolis City here in the 63rd minute.
And funny enough, at the same time for the USA in the World Cup.
Akale swings one in.
Job from Olszewski there to get his gloves on and punch away.
Rhoda wins the battle between he and Van Maal.
Good win from Gabo there. Morgan bowled over by Perkins. I'm not sure he wanted the ball right there, but he got it.
Yeah, here you have it. Murray Powell goes quick into Ramos.
So that's two cool things you get from our sponsor, the Brand Lake Grill. Thank you so much, BLB, for coming out.
Van Maal has some space. No one in the box. Chooses to go into Zuzu. Bechtel gets a foot on it.
For meat raffle tickets, make sure you head on down to the North Region. Grab a ticket if you need to. Hey, sweet, sweet meat, ready to hit your hands.
Ramos, I think, wishes he hit that one better. You can see it come off his foot pretty weird.
It did, but Bechtel can't control it, and that'll be a City throw-in. Could have been worse.
Van Mall looking for Morgan Olson.
That's called back for Murray Powell, apparently fouling Rhoda.
More substitutions coming in.
And it looks like Murray Powell's going to get a yellow card here in the 65th minute.
No, that's whose knee.
Whose knee?
He smashed the ball into the ground.
Ah. I was reading Murray Powell's reaction, which was as surprised as mine. Referee's going to confer with his linesman. Figure out just who they want to punish.
Some substitutions we'll get here in a second.
So we do have a St. Croix substitution. Looks like number 18, Sean Redmond, is coming off. And then in his place is going to be number 15, Obayada Jara. So like-for-like replacement there. We're also going to have Christian Nielsen come off. That's the center forward for the Legends. And in his place is going to be number 12, Ryder Tomlinson. And then with that, Gavin Stevenson's going to be taking that kind of number 9 spot, which makes sense. He is the number 9, and Tomlinson's going to go out in the right wing.
Substitutions on the field for the visitors.
Tomlinson, of course, is a Futures player. Played a number of years with the Futures. Great little players, done a nice job at Hamlin, and as he's played in the MIAC.
You know what? It would be a great time to talk about how fresh the Futures look, Dan. And it's because Stimulus Athletic. From the 10-year anniversary Featherweather kit to the Bolt from the Black kit, Stimulus Athletic has helped Minneapolis City put fire on the backs of our players season after season, and they can do the same for your team, no matter the level, no matter the age group. Don't settle for average. Build your team's identity with Stimulus Athletic today. Finds Morgan. Out wide to Husney. Goes into Akale.
Nice, just dummy and turn.
Spins 2 defenders. Gabo into Schmidt. Husney looking to find Azuzu.
Suzu given a shove by Oro.
He did everything right. Martinez goes out wide to Ryan Bechtel. Looks to hit the long ball. Finds the face of one of his teammates.
Nice ball on that diagonal. That has been a challenge for City. Fired across the face of goal, no one there. And, as you talked about body language earlier, this looks like a tired St. Croix team, John.
Yeah, absolutely. Even after the changes were made, Azuzu unable to get a touch to it. Ozlowski can't pick it up. That's a pass back.
Yeah, I would have called that a pass back as well. I'm a little Ozuzu saying the same.
You can't pick that ball up.
That was a miss.
All right, whatever.
It's going to go on his permanent record, John. Bechtel again looking for the diagonal. Van Mol battling. Gets a shove from Stevenson.
Husney just smashes one over to Morgan Olson.
Also, nice
That was
touch.
a
Eating up pretty
fantastic
quickly.
first touch. I mean, those are hard to handle when it's not driven, it's looping.
Yes.
You know, like 24 years to think about it.
You got a defender running at you?
Yep. Great work there by St. Croix.
Good job from Perkins there, finding the big space and not rushing it. There, a lot of guys would have hit that forward.
Azuzu looking to find any number of Akale, Hakeem Morgan, and Jelani Murray Powell there. Calm work by Gabo. Wins the corner or the goal kick. It's weird, Dan. The crowd thinned out a little bit at 7 o'clock.
And I wonder why that was. Well, you know, with a 3-0 lead
Yep.
and the USA in the knockouts in a home World Cup, I get it.
Good pressure by Schmidt. Forcing St. Croix to go out wide.
So, John, if this result holds, that puts City on maximum points with 2 games left. The Crows are away to Rochester on July 6th, and then they finish their season away to Edgewater Castle on July 12th. That butts right up against the last day of the season is July 12th, so they'll start to know where they're going to be playing in the playoffs and who they're going to be playing. Unfortunately,
3-on-2 opportunity here for City.
the Crows cannot host. The stadium is not available for the round of 32.
Morgan looks to try to chip one back post, but Uru steps in. Sorry, what were you saying? Something about stadiums?
Yeah, there's the whole thing.
Wasn't paying any attention.
And again, the points are important for the Crows, not just for momentum, but because of the U.S. Open Cup.
Someone's down injured. Looks like maybe Gabo.
Yep, Gabo is in the box. He's getting up gingerly, though. It's a little unusual, John, for this many fans to leave this early, but
It's disrespectful, Dan.
you know, credit to City for getting it done early.
Yeah.
We've got call it 20 minutes or so left. A 3-goal lead, and already division champions. You can understand why the fans are making that decision. And if you too are looking for a place to watch
I see what you did
the
there, Dan.
USA, you should join us at Fathead Bill's in downtown Minneapolis. I would go there for the great TVs. You can get $1 off pints with your City ticket or your City member card. And of
Nice.
course, there are the almost world famous Joey Wings.
A host of substitutions coming in for City at the next stoppage. We'll figure out where
Good work from Murray Powell.
those are going to go.
I say that, and he passed it out of bounds, but he was just relentless in defense to win that ball.
It usually happens, Dan. If you're looking for something to do in Uptown, Bryant Lake Bowl is your spot. There's a legendary cheap date night every Monday, Tuesday bingo at 8 p.m. or Trivia Mafia on Wednesday. And breakfast is served from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day to help you recover. You know what I'm saying? Or throw some rocks in their vintage bowling alley where you keep score the old school way with your hands and a pencil and paper. Swing by Bryant Lake Bowl tonight.
After the USA game. So those subs did come in, John. Why don't you tell us what we got? I see.
I'm working on it. First one is number 15, Islam Husni is being replaced by number 16, Rami Niembwe. Number 30, Landon Bange is coming on for number 10, Hakeem Morgan. And finally, number 5, Jacob Klein coming in for number 19, Masango Akale.
So is that going to change how the Crows play? Klein usually a center midfielder.
Yeah, it looks like Will Schmidt's going to play his third position of the day.
What can't he do?
And Klein's going to drop back in to partner with Murray Powell.
Bange, a
Great
ton of
work by
energy.
Bange. He might still get on the other end of this.
Oro doing a good job to use his body to shield that one. Bange would have gotten there otherwise.
The good business decision there.
We're going to do a little bit of milling around here in the 75th minute. Maybe get something to drink.
Fans during this pausa de hidratación will enjoy the second round of drawings for our meat raffle.
If you're a soccer fan, and clearly you are, and you're watching this, I assume we are your second screen now. But if you're not, in the 17th minute, 18th minute, excuse me, it's USA 0, Bosnia and Herzegovina 0.
50 states versus 2 countries. I like our odds, John.
And someone's down. Medical attention.
Those are too close together. Here we go. All right.
To the referee, Klaus.
8 more to go. Here we go. Number 1.
You saw that, right?
I sure
It's
did.
Klaus on his neck.
I sure did.
Summer Santa.
I love it. Looks super hot in Santa Clara, and then the Bosnia,
The goalkeeper for, the Bosnian guys wearing a.
and he's buttoning multiple buttons on his jacket. Our man in the press box, Kyle Eliason's going to need to step in and give him some sartorial advice.
That's double-breasted.
It's a little. I don't think that that's seasonally appropriate.
I don't think so either. But hey, you know what? You gotta look.
It looked the part.
Yeah, look the part.
Yeah, look good, play good.
Looks like their backup goalie's warming up for Bosnia.
896.
Put in Sessler. He's fresh.
896.
Sessler, I believe, though I'd have to check it after the last round of games, was leading League 2 in clean sheets, John.
Nice. Good job, Daniel.
In fact, last game, which was a 5-2 win at Riverlight, was the first time all season that the Crows have given up more than 1 goal. So he's only given up 5 goals across 10 games. Pretty decent.
And the last winner of the league tonight.
All right, soccer's going to happen here, Dan.
2-2.
Forgot to mention tonight at the City game here, it's Kamarchek's meat raffle. The famous, almost world famous meat raffle.
Who doesn't love a good meat raffle?
I mean, vegetarians.
Even then.
I mean, you don't have
They might be there for the pull tabs.
You don't have to, you don't have to eat the meat. You can just win it.
You can gift it.
French calling for the ball there. Gets it. Smash it with those big German hammers of it.
But a great shout out to Kamarchik. It's been 5 years, a great partnership. They're right in Uptown. If you're from the Twin Cities, you know them. If you're not, next time you're here, you should go there.
Will Schmidt playing his 7th position tonight. Into a Zuzu, who does everything he can. Will Schmidt
Oh, falls to Schmidt,
trying to
almost.
find it. Zuzu just puts his foot through it. Gets a corner kick. A lot happening there.
There are a lot of legs in that
A lot happening
situation.
Look at the goalkeeper.
He's a little far out of his box.
Is
It's going to be a substitution.
oh
It's funny because, but here we are in the 80th minute, and number 0, Nolan Meyer, is going to come on for Cameron Olszewski. Meyer played a season with the Crows. He actually started the season 2 years ago, or last season, against RKC Third Coast. We're also going to have number 9, Gavin Stevenson, come off for number 5, Moses Camera.
Schmidt with the service. Back post tries to find Azuzu. Unable to do it.
There's a big leap from Ozuzu.
Little mix up there. Dangerous opportunity here for the Legends. Gabo gets a foot to it.
That was good body control from Gabo.
Tomlinson on the ball. Good work by Bange.
Well, you said it earlier, he's done a great job of getting a bunch of players behind the ball. It just makes it tough for easy possession for St. Croix.
Azuzu has a step on.
Oro, he's in.
Oro.
Meyer out quickly, loses it, but is able to pick that back up.
It was his second first touch.
Second first touch.
His second first touch let him down there. Athletic Brewing is officially at Minneapolis City games. The #1 craft non-alcoholic beer is now served at all home matches. Grab a cold one at the stadium today or visit athleticbrewing.com to find a store near you. Support the pioneers of great tasting NA beer and stay in the game with Athletic Brewing.
I'll tell you, my neighbor, he loves Athletic Brewing.
Yeah, I have a couple non-drinker friends in Milwaukee, which I know it seems weird to say.
I don't think that.
It's a thing, trust me, it is. You know, and it's probably for good reasons.
I mean, there's a ton of great reasons. My neighbor's a doctor, and so, you know, if he wants to go have a beer with the neighbors, but he obviously can't be drinking when he's on call, Athletic's perfect.
Pilots.
Pilot's also a good one. You don't want them
Yeah.
drinking alcoholic beer.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? Crushes many.
Operators of heavy machinery,
Yeah. Crane operators,
just go to town on the Athletic Brewing.
forklift operators. You know what? Drink the whole case. Gobble back to Krentz. Zuza with a big win. Pregnant women?
Yeah. We can keep going until the game's over.
I'm going to. Child care professionals?
Especially when they're caring for children.
Yep. Lifeguards.
Helicopter pilots.
We already talked about pilots, Dan.
Helicopter machinists.
Really any person who operates machinery in a factory or not.
Flower arrangers. You want to get it right. You don't want to screw up someone's wedding.
No.
Come on, it's a
no.
special day. It's their day.
People who arrange floral arrangements or put together floral arrangements are definitely on something different than alcoholic or non-alcoholic beers, let's be honest.
Well, look, if you stuck with us this far, 25 minutes into the USA game, we appreciate you, and hopefully you appreciate what Athletic Brewing can do for you, given if you're in one of our protected jobs.
Sports officials. Let's keep it.
The key for them is their glasses. I think we all know this. Nice move in.
Great step.
Ramos
Great
is
step by
over.
Ramos.
Cameron did a nice job to get past Gabo, who was kind of shading him for the cross.
Truck drivers.
Any kind of driver. That's kind of like a pilot. You're a pilot of a truck.
How about Tyler, our producer?
Producers. Yeah, video producers.
Camera
Or at least light
operator.
beer.
Camera operators. Ball swung in.
Oh, and it falls to Legends. Crench is down. Whew.
Nervy moment there for Crench trying to complete his clean sheet. Equal to it though. Then he rolls a ball out further than I can kick one. Klein with his first couple touches. Makes a run. Wanted it. Bange is in.
Bange was definitely in, not offside. Meyer,
Meyer does a great job coming off of his line.
really well done.
Opportunity here for
There's Mr. Schmidt.
Schmidt. Probably tired from playing all 11 positions today. Olsen puts good pressure on it. Bechtel, forcing him to go backwards. First responders. You don't want them hammering the full case of anything but athletic brewing. Because the Legends have an opportunity here. Gabo defensively 1v1. But Kamara chooses to try to go to Crench's near post. Puts his toe through it, but it goes side net on the other side of the post.
Oh, just a few minutes left. Ooh,
Klein with a bad giveaway.
really bad giveaway. Ramos and Gabo both had to be aware, and they were.
But this somehow is going to work out for the Crows potentially.
Ooh, Zuzu can't get by Jara.
Great step by Gabo. Klein has space. Ball bouncing a little bit on him there. The ball goes off Kamara out wide for Minneapolis City throw-in.
Kamara's done a nice job since he's come on, brought a lot of energy. In fact, you know,
Create two good chances.
As you look at the St. Croix subs, they've been really impactful. I'm not down there coaching.
Oh, great move by Morgan Olsen.
Oh, that was your man, Will Schmidt, John. Not to call you out there.
Yeah, you got a foul.
Well, if you're watching the USA, that was definitely a penalty.
Still video assistant read.
I'm surprised Klaus did not call that one. That
Summer
was...
Santa. Free kick for Minneapolis City. This is that dangerous area we talked about that the Legends had quite a few opportunities in both halves from. Great opportunity for a Ramos goal here.
Yeah, I mean, I think he deserves one. It goes over the top, but Naimwe's there. Good read by Naimwe. Also, if you're watching the USA, you can see in the replay it was 100% a foul, and that's a penalty. You know, sometimes I like VAR, sometimes I don't.
I don't understand what they do in there. I think they're just all playing FIFA, and then it's like, oh, pause the game.
Nope.
Great win by Gabo. Takes out Morgan Olsen. Klein looking to try to flick it to Bange. Wins the tackle into Schmidt. Out to Van Maal. Into Bange. Lets the ball run, but ends up going right into
I'd like that
Jara.
move from Bange, though. Ooh, Naimwe. His touch gets away from him. Good step up from Gabo. Oh, you could see him step right before that ball was played.
Really, really good.
Veteran stuff from a man who's played at the international level with Somalia.
Yamway back to Krentz.
John, I'll say with Gabo and Nambwe both able to come off the bench on defense, it just shows the depth that City has.
And if you hear some cheers,
Ooh, it looks like
USA scored but was called offside. We're going to get a replay on that. It looks as if that was a good call.
they got that one right. Still mad about the penalty.
You had Balogun goal on your parlay. One more time to wait.
Yeah, we got an hour.
Oh, speaking of gambling, pit bosses, you don't want them drinking alcoholic drinks. Dealing cards.
I mean, not well they're dealing.
Referee has indicated 5 minutes of extra time, a minimum of 5.
Seems like a lot.
Got a game to watch, ref. Great move by Nambwe. Even Zuzu's a little quicker on his movement there.
Ooh. Little kick from Azuzu, or from Oro on Azuzu. Not a lot in it, but
Yeah, I don't know if I'd call that. Schmidt waiting to come on. The center official waved him on. He's
and he
wrestling.
got held back by the fourth official.
Wrestling with the fourth official. As Morgan Olsen beats Bechtel to that header, tries to fire one in, goes off Bechtel for a corner. Yeah, I mean, they let
Let
Mahan
Mahan run into the
just literally
tackle
run
play.
in and win a tackle. I'm trying to think of another person you don't want drinking anything but the wonderful pioneer of NA craft beer. I've been,
Nurse practitioners.
I mean, yeah, healthcare professional in general.
I mean,
Great ball in by Van Mall.
the check-in desk lady can drink whatever she wants.
Yeah, Rachel.
She's my favorite.
Good move by Nambwe. Finds Morgan Olsen, has an opportunity to set up his shot, hits one. Great
Good
save by
save.
Meyer. And Van Mall sees it out for another corner kick.
You know, we might be able to wrap this one up before the game's over, John. City are good.
Yeah,
Score goals, control the game.
yep.
A lot of depth.
Van Mall goes short to Olsen. Gabo finds Klein, puts his foot through it. Corner kick. Yeah, I'm stalling out here, Dan. I went on a good run of people you don't want drinking.
Ship captains.
Yeah, you're on the water. I mean, Pirates kind of made a living on drinking rum and all sorts of things. Van Mall unable to get it past the first defender. Gabo tracks it down into Murray Powell. Has options, floats one in. Meyer off his line.
Good stuff
did a
from
great
Meyer.
job.
Way to command the box. Really brave goalkeeping.
Yeah, I'm going to put you on the spot here. Who's your man of the match for the Crows tonight?
John, that's a tough one because I think this was an absolute, just consistent team performance. That said, Jelani Murray Powell, I felt like from beginning to end, did a great job of helping to win the ball back, control the game, really good, incisive passing, helped create the first goal. He'd be my man of the match. What about you? Jelani Murray Powell, great, yeah, good guess.
Man, it's a tough one. I mean, yeah, let's go with Jelani. I think I can't think of any reasons why not. I mean, he did everything that was asked for. He was the reason. He was the linchpin to why that first goal happened for Akale. Yes, a lot of other things had to happen after that, but he did a really great job winning that tackle. I mean, Will Schmidt, but he won it last time, so we're going to spread the wealth a little bit. But if you're looking at back-to-back impressive performances, Will Schmidt has put one in.
Well, and credit to the citizens still here, just as a side note, singing "You Drove a Short Way Just to Lose."
And that'll do it.
Classic remix right at the end.
Minneapolis City 3, St. Croix Legends 0. That's 10th win in a row for Minneapolis City. We're not going to have a post-game show tonight. We're going to get the heck out of here. But goals for Minneapolis City came in the 7th minute. Masongo Akale. The 45th minute, Nathan Donovan. And the 11th minute for, I don't even remember. Keem Morgan scored, and so Nathan Donovan. 3-0 is your win. Minneapolis City stays atop of the table, stays perfect in USL League 2 Heartland Division action. Once again, I'm John Bisworm. That's the Dan Hudeman. Go, go, USA.